All right. I got the woman's photo here. Now let's... All right. I should look for any details that can tell me who this woman is. What is that on her bracelet? Her name? Sarah. All right. I should be able to use that if I want to cross-reference it with something. The case database. I can access closed and current cases here. This is her, the woman from that picture. Let's see. I remember a little about this case. Davies and Sully handled it. And she was buried at Mount Auburn Cemetery. Same as Scott. One evidence form coming up. Exactly what it says. A people search. I don't need to request... No known current address. I should see if I can speak to this guy. I don't need to Let's see what this gets me. I have a request for you.
Yeah?
I'm looking for some evidence on a case from a couple of years back.
Well, aren't you in luck? We just moved archives from the past 3 years back here. Anything further back, it'll be a nightmare.
Hopefully it'll be around.
Do you have your evidence form?
Here you go.
All right, just 1 minute. There are more tapes, but this was all I could find.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Erica.
Hey, Gwen. Do you have anywhere I can play this tape you gave me?
Oh, shoot, no. I'm sorry. None of that stuff has been moved. And since we've gone digital now, nobody's really worrying.
Yeah, well, at least we're out of the prehistoric period.
But that leaves you in a pickle now. Sorry.
Thank you, Gwen.
Anytime.
McCoy?
Red?
I found something interesting in Davy's office.
Reed, tell me you didn't sneak in there.
Relax. Listen to this. Davies got a fax yesterday. It mentioned someone was going to be hanged before the killing.
So that's why she brought us in.
The message also points to a package left in the post office for Davies. Davies shredded the message. It must not have been fully shredded because later she pulled it and saved what was left. But why didn't she just mention this last night?
She's walking on eggshells, and last time we cracked one, a lot went wrong.
But we have a killer on the loose. She should have told us everything.
You don't know everything that's happened around here, Red. Trust me on this, kiddo.
I'm going to call her.
I tried earlier. She didn't pick up. How's the case going?
It's going.
Well, you know what to do. Put your clues together, go back to the crime scene, pay a visit to Dr. Gallagher, see what surfaces.
I found something really interesting.
Yeah?
Whoever did this left clues behind that are pointing to another old case.
Go on.
Well, here's the thing. This other case, it was a hanging too, but it was closed as a suicide. Apparently the husband insisted it was a murder.
What do you think?
I need to gather more info.
Keep me posted.
I'm going to go back to my work.
Go get him, Red.
Hey, Sully.
So, you change your mind about lunch?
No. I need to ask you something.
What is it?
I found your name on a case and I need details. You remember anything about Sarah Goodman?
How can I forget? That was my first case, when McAdams was still in charge. I took the case with Davies.
Why did the FBI take the case?
Because of the husband. He refused to believe it was a suicide. He had some important and powerful friends, and we got pulled into it.
How did it go down?
The husband had left for a business trip. He was always abroad. When he came back this time, he found his wife hanging in their condo and immediately notified the police.
How did the case get handed off to the FBI?
The detective on the case immediately ruled it a suicide. The husband made some calls, and before you know it, Davies and I were driving to the scene.
So you were there at the crime scene?
Yeah, it was wicked awful. The woman had been dead for a while. Nothing like that for your first real case. Not that it was much of a case, or so Davies thought.
So the husband, this Robert Goodman, he was cleared of all charges?
He was abroad on a business trip. We checked, and his story cleared. He was very disturbed. Nobody's that good an actor.
Do you know where I can find him now?
As it happens, yeah. I saw him not long ago. He's on the streets.
He is?
Yeah, here's the saddest part of the story. He never gave up on the case. He obsessed over it. Quit his job, spent all of his money, lost his home. And it drove him mad. I dealt with him a lot of times when he would come here to beg for us to reopen the case, saying he had new proof.
So that's who that was. I remember seeing him a few times, yeah. Did you ever look at this new evidence?
Briefly, he went on about the possibility of someone having done this to others, but Davey said we'd be wasting our time, and really, there was nothing concrete. As for where you can find him, he hangs out around Shafter Avenue in Dorchester. I'll send the exact location to your phone.
Who closed the case?
Davies. We did our due research, interrogated Robert Goodman, but there was nothing pointing at murder. We talked to several family members who knew Goodman's wife. They had moved to the city recently from some suburb in California because of the husband's work.
What did the relatives say?
The victim was on antidepressants. They'd been living here for a little less than a year, and she wasn't coping well with the move. It all pointed to suicide. So, what's your interest?
I need to look at a couple of things before I can say. I may need your help on this.
Anything you need, Erica.
Thank you, Jared. See you later, Sully.
Yeah,